Hey, what's up, you guys? This is B McCoy, right here doing my review for BET Celebration of Gospel. Okay, so I watched the show, and I have to do my review this year because I do it every year. Let me tell you, I like the show. Overall, I like the show. It was Ricky Dillard. I remember Ricky Dillard. He came out there. I don't know what they were doing. They were doing the pocket knife or something. I don't know what they were doing. I guess that was the dance the other day. They were doing like the pocket knife and the turnaround dance. I like the fact that the outfits. I like that what the choir had on, and but I don't know. I don't know. It sounded weird with the praise team mics that the choir had. I don't know what was going on there. But then Johnny Gill, he sounded like, well, Johnny Gill, he had his fat black church woman voice on, like when he was singing, but like he was really singing like his squall, his church squall. It's like a fat black church lady, like that's how he sounded, like fat black church lady. Cause he was like, he's turning down, hallelujah, hallelujah. And then they were dressed up. They looked like some couture Kojic milkman or something. I mean, James Fortune and Fire, they came out and did their thing with Takashi Cortez and Leandria Johnson, but I'm not going to talk about James Fortune and Fire because you know, I secretly want to sing with them, you know. But then the whole thing about them is that they do you so wrong. Like, I punch them right in the face. Like, I punch Leandra in her face and I punch Zacardi in his face. Because, like, when they sing, they just do you wrong. Like, you just want... And what's her name? Ledisi, she did a great job. That's a song I haven't heard in a while. You know, I love her voice, and I love that, like, that big piece of hamburger meat on her head that was sitting like right here. It was like a big old piece of hamburger meat. It looked like it was like a brown. Like if this was brown, it was on her head like this. Like this is it was on her head like that. But I love the song, but it was like that big old piece of hamburger meat. I like Isaac Curry. Like, I don't really listen to his music, but I like the dance moves because he brings a lot to gospel music. He shows that it's diverse. So I like Isaac Curry, but I think there should have been a different song because I didn't really get into that song. And I think that his vocals are better than what showed on that song. That song really didn't show off his vocals that much. But yeah, and Ramsey Allen group. I love Ramsey Allen, especially the white poodle hair. Let's see, Kirk Franklin. Kirk Franklin, a lot of people don't know. I did an interview. I interviewed Kirk Franklin last year. As much as I talk about Kirk Franklin in my other video, because I remember in one of my videos I said that Kirk Franklin, I couldn't really say anything about him, bad about him, because my mama told me not to say anything negative about people. So I won't say anything negative. But Molly Music, let me tell you, was it Molly Music or Molly? I don't know. I like him because he brings this different kind of style, this like diverse style. It's diverse just like Isaac Curry. So I don't want people complaining about the different styles of gospel music, because we don't just sing, go tell it on the mountain, over the hills, everywhere. Go. That's what white people think. That's how white people think about gospel music. They think that we sing like, go tell it on the mountain, over. Like, gospel music is more than that. And I'm glad that we have artists like that, like Molly Music or whatever his name is, and we can't shout and fall out and spit and cry on every song. Marvin Sapp. Now, Marvin Sapp, you know, he always be like, during his music, he always screaming stuff, and like when he get excited because he's a preacher, and a lot of people on Twitter, like, they would complain the time he was screaming. He was not screaming. First of all, Marvin Sapp's scream is better than your best note on your best day. So we need to stop talking about somebody's that's his thing. And then, but the thing about him, the song that he sang, is kind of reminiscent of every other song, every other hit song that he makes. And that's his thing. I mean, he knows where the hit song is and what's the effective song. Just like The Best of Me, it has that same kind of emotion as Never Would Have Made It. And this new song, I Made It Through, like when I heard it, I wanted to turn my lights off, turn my lights back on, and then like run and jump in his face and punch him in his face. I like punching people in the face. Fred Hammond, he was good. Like, that was the best song choice that he could have came up with. If he sang something else, it probably wouldn't fit. For some reason, like that was the perfect song for him to sing during that program. Oh yeah, Leandria Johnson. Let me tell you, I can't stand when she sing because I just want to pinch her nose and push her off the stage. Like every time she sing, and she, you know what? She reminds me of, and now I know she reminds me of one of those quartet singing groups, female singing groups that like squall like real hard, like during each performance, like they give it their all and go down to the floor. Like she's like this real classic gospel type singer. Like she gives everything, like when she's on stage. Like Kathy Taylor, she's kind of like that when she gives everything. Like she's like, thank you, Father. Okay, the Mahalia Jackson tribute with the girl from Glee, I forgot her name, and Shirley Caesar, and Jennifer Holliday, and Yolanda Adams. Like that was the best drag show I've ever seen in my life. Like the thing about them, they did their whole thing where they did the one by one thing, and then at the end they did like a bunch of screaming and squalling, and they just let Jennifer Holliday have it. They was like, girl, you can mess up your voice all you want to, because we gotta sing some, you know, you can go ahead and that's your thing, girl, whatever. Oh yeah, the Tony Scruggs tribute with Bobby Jones or something. I don't know, I went to get a burrito, so I didn't get to see it, so I'm sure it was good. Ernest Pugh, I keep telling people about his vocals. He has some of the best vocals. I bought his first CD, and it was one of the best CDs, I'm telling you, that came out that year. But nobody really said anything about that CD. It was like a really good CD. I'm telling you, and it was live. And a lot of people are sleeping on him, but his vocals were the best vocals of any solo performer during this entire program. So, shout out to Ernest Pugh. Jessica Reedy, she's good. I like Jessica Reedy because her voice is kind of neo-soulish, but it gives you, it still gives you gospel, but it's more neo-soulish. So I enjoyed her, and because she could easily choose R&B and sit on a stool and sing like Indie R.E., slave hymns, Negro spiritual type R&B type stuff, and like she could sell like a lot doing that if labels did that. But she's choosing gospel music, and gospel music chose her, I guess, and I think we need to support people like Jessica Reedy. The show, to me, this year gets a B+. The only thing that was missing from the show was like a Tone, Whitney Houston, Kim Burrell type moment where you was like, dang, like you missed like this part of the show when like the spirit was like extremely high, and like the song was just perfect and everything was just right. But I saw a lot of people complaining about this year's show. Why? How can you complain about this year's show? First of all, they had choirs. They had Shirley Caesar, Jennifer Holliday, Yolanda Adams. Then you have the new people, Molly Music and Lettucey and Jessica Reedy. You have the new people, Leandria Johnson. You have Kirk Franklin. Well, I already said that, James Fortune. You have all these people who's been on the top of the charts, and then you have these people who set the stage for those people like Yolanda Adams and Kirk Franklin and Shirley Caesar, who's like the mother of gospel music right now. So the queen of gospel music. So how can you sit up there and say that this was not a good program? Like, I don't understand y'all. Y'all don't know what to like sometimes. Like, seriously. Like, this was a solid program. Oh yeah, you know what? You know who I forgot to talk about? Kelly Price. Kelly Price had on her nerd glasses, and I saw people talk about her. Now let me tell you, you wear nerd glasses too. Well, no, you don't. You probably don't. But if you did, you still couldn't wear them like Kelly Price wore those glasses, so you need to stop talking about her. You know, I'm gonna tell people stop talking about people in 2012. No, I'm not, because I talk about people all the time on here. So, but anyway, I give the show a B+. I said in my review last time, I think that there should be more choirs, and I said that Ricky Dillard should be on the show. I do think, I'm gonna say it again, I think that Ricky Dillard should, well, more than Ricky Dillard, I think more choirs should be on the show. Secondly, I think that the new artist showcase type thing, kind of like a Sunday Best type thing, a new artist can be showcased during the show. Maybe like even Verizon Wireless could have like the winner of the Verizon Wireless How Sweet the Sound thing could come on like next year and have a part of the program, like one of those big choirs. Like, that would be hot if like that happened, but that never happens. I don't know what it's about. Like, the thing about Celebration of Gospel is very soloist focused and not choir focused or whatever, and not really group focused. I think that will help out the show way more. And it would also build up an audience, especially if you do like new artist showcase type thing. You won't even take much, you know, just having people send in their videos, their music, and doing something for the local artists. Okay, this is my review. If you liked it, dudes, like it, the video, share the video, post it on your page, put it on your Facebook page, keep it in your favorites, do all that type of stuff. Send me a message on Twitter @RiceChamp. Go to my website, just look me up, whatever, bmccoy.ning.com. I'm an editor of myhoustongospel.com and also mybirminghamgospel.com. Check those out. That's it. So I'll see you next year. Bye-bye.
Normally, I might say something, but I just want to hear the music play. Is that all right?